Welcome to the IMACKS show. It is IMACKS, the host of the IMACKS show. Thank you for tuning in. 2 bits of film news I want to discuss today that occurred over the last week or the last weekend, however you want to see it. We got Quentin Tarantino starting some drama in podcasts. We got Netflix. Netflix is engaging in Black Friday with a big sale. And let's just start with the less interesting topic, the Quentin Tarantino thing. He's been on some podcasts, starting some beef, pounding some beef, making some burgers, well done burgers, and by calling Paul Dano weak sauce, quote, weak sauce, unquote. And I want to say the internet's making some fuss about it, but I'm going to kind of call y'all out on it. I think Tarantino might be kind of right. I mean, just look at the guy. Look, love it or hate it, Hollywood is fueled by hotness. It runs on sexy. And is Paul Dano an attractive man? Is that a man you would like to take a gander at in magazines and posters on your wall? Is that the kind of man you wanna plant one on? I don't think so, and if you are, I question your judgment. The dude looks like a baby that ate some sour juice, lemon juice. You know, he looks like that Jim Carrey impression of who is it, Bruce Dern or something. He looks like a cross-dresser. He looks like a child-touching lesbian. He looks like that game in Mario Party where you have to stretch Bowser's face. He looks like if you just stretched some kid's face and contorted it. That's Paul Dano. But also, can you even name 3 phenomenal performances by Paul Dano? You know, I think of Little Miss Sunshine. That's one that gets brought up, but dude is quiet for 95% of that movie. He's silent. Ruby Sparks. Who even saw Ruby Sparks? Who cares about Ruby Sparks? People might say Prisoners, and all right, he makes a pretty good retard in Prisoners. Tarantino, you're wrong. I'm sold. I'm on the other side of this. All right, next we're going into the Netflix. They bought Werner Brothers. Netflix bought them, and for $82.7 billion. And this is what really people are upset about. And I am not sure why we're all up in arms about it. This has been coming a long time. The theaters have been dying a long death, and finally Netflix decided to be the one that took the shotgun and blasted that sick dog's brains out in the backyard, spilling it all over the dirt. And instead of burying it, instead of putting it in a ditch, I think we should put the dead dog's body on the side of the freeway so everybody can see it. We can all look. Hey, hon, you can show it to your kids. Hey, darling, look, a dead dog. We put it out of its misery. It was in pain. And we needed to not have it in pain. So we showed it mercy and we killed it. Isn't that great, hon? Or maybe not even tell the kid or show the kids at all. Maybe we should just let the whole theater have its time in the past and even just forget about it. Maybe we should just forget about it because let's be honest. The theater experience got to a point where it was an awful experience. You know, it was disgusting. You walk into your auditorium and you're suddenly walking limp-footed and you're like, why am I walking? Oh, I don't have my shoe on. My shoe got freaking stuck on the sticky floors. It got glued and my foot went right out of it. And then you go sit on these torn, damaged lazy boy chairs that they tried to invest to make people come to more movies, but that just filled up more seats. So now there's less people going to movies because there's less seats. Also, nobody ever talks about that. But also, let's talk. It's damaged and gross, and this has caused much to my chagrin, trailer trash people that come in their little pajama pants and their Five Below blankets. And they're farting in there and stuff, and maybe they're not even watching a movie, if you know what I mean, anymore. And then you put your Cancer Cola in the cup holder, and you're like, oh man, disgusting, there's gum in it. And it's still wet from the last person who put their Cancer Cola in there. And then, and I can tell you why that it's so disgusting there. Because you got nothing but dumb boomers, useless Zoomers, and special needs people working. And none of them want to work, none of them know how to work, and they don't even want to work. Especially the last thing they want to do is clean. They want to be in the hallways pretending they're sweeping. And you walk in and you got a paraplegic guy in a wheelchair taking his job way too seriously. You're 47 years old, but he still wants to card you to make sure you're the right name on the ticket, that you're the right age for this R-rated movie. Forget it. And also, they're disgusting because it's so expensive. People are sneaking in their own food. They got no choice. I'm guilty of it. I brought a Chick-fil-A milkshake in there once. Cookies and cream to be exact. And I'm sneaking under my coat and I sit and I dropped it and it just went everywhere and rolled down the rest of the auditorium. And, it's like $7.75 to get a Crunchy Bunch I can get at the dollar store. So that's what I do. I sneak in the dollar store Crunchy Bunch. Don't tell me it's got rat droppings in it. Don't tell me it's expired. I don't care. I'd rather pay $1 for it than the $1.75 for it at the movie theater. And the popcorn, the cheapest thing on the planet, you got to pay $25 for. Why don't I just bring in my own microwave, plug it in the back, and stick my own bowl and popcorn for $2? And drinks, I could just sneak in those. Speaking of drinks, now they got bars, to make people come in, but the prices are over drink. You get like a solo cup with the specialty drink that does not match the picture. It's in this fancy glass, and it looks so pretty and colorful, and you get it, and it's in a a see-through solo cup, and they charge you $30 for it, and it's just got way too much alcohol. It doesn't really taste like anything but that. It's just disgusting. It's expensive, and the place is also like a meeting grounds for the society of people that are selfless or selfish, the opposite of selfless. They're careless, they're thoughtless. It's me, me, me. So I remember when I saw this one movie, this kid got up in the middle of the movie and started yelling and shouting at his friend and then paced for the rest of the movie. Hey, Kendrick, can you not chew on that water bottle right now? He's pacing up and down the room. We thought he would leave and go get a gun. Luckily, it was John Wick 3, so... Hey, stop it. Kendrick, stop it. Luckily, it was John Wick 3, so the kid did start blazing. Somebody else in the theater surely was strapped and would also start blazing him. Put him out of his misery. And then one time I was seeing Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage, and this woman... literally right next to me has her 3 or 4-year-old toddler running back and forth in the rows. He's screaming, he's fussing, he's throwing tantrums, he's crying, he's laughing, and she does 0 things about it. She never says be quiet. She never says stop. She never puts him on his lap and try to get him to watch this stupid movie that he even shouldn't be watching, no matter what his age is, because the movie sucked. And speaking of which, sorry. Only movies in theaters now suck. It's just Star Wars and Marvel movies are the only thing that make money. Anytime I'm in a crowded movie, it's one of those. Anytime I'm really seeing this, artistic, artful, thoughtful movie, there's nobody in there. So the theaters have had this a long time coming. I say good riddance. I congratulate and thank Ted and Netflix for finally killing the sick dog. I'm just kidding. This is awful news. It sucks. Everything sucks. Cinema's dead, and I'm depressed about it.
Why are there so many movies?